Hello, hello. I speak English. I learn it from a book. All right, how are we all doing? It's the end of the season, the another end of a season actually, the 25-26 season. I've wanted to do a video like this for ages actually, where I just feel like I talk to you. And yeah, just sort of talk about me and the season and what's the future for this channel and everything. Jack's making fart noises outside. Can ever be fucking alone in this house. Yeah, it's been an eventful season, hasn't it? You know, it started all the way back in Portugal, in Albufeira. It was a brilliant start to the season, wasn't it? You know, it was fantastic. It was so sunny. We were playing brilliant football. We looked brilliant. Great new signings. Everything was looking very optimistic. Feels like a long time ago, that game in Portugal. And I love pre-season as well. I can't wait to see where we're going this year. I heard at the game the other day from a guy that I usually speak to that it might be in Lisbon. So fingers crossed that's true, because it'd be brilliant if it is. I've got an actual plan for the pre-season because we've been 4 times before. Yeah, so this will be our 5th time going, and in the first 2 years we flew, but then once we went to Austria on the train, I think that opened up a different idea of how to do it. So I've got a good plan if it is Portugal this year, so fingers crossed it is. I think everybody will be happy if it's Portugal as well. Which, Blues, come on, we've been waiting for ages. Like, I could have had it all booked up by now. Yeah, I can't wait for it though, it's going to be great. I love travelling anywhere, going abroad and just finding different places that I haven't been to before. I should say as well that if you've never been on the pre-season tour with the Blues before, you really should, because honestly, it's the best game of the season. It really is. It's like the awards as well. We didn't go last night because it was a bit expensive, and I kind of want to save up for this trip as well because I know how good it will be. But yeah, going on holiday with Blues is just excellent. You know, it's such a fantastic start to the season. I would highly recommend in doing it because honestly, you will never regret it. It'll be fantastic. But yeah, it's been an interesting season, hasn't it? Not the one I was looking forward to, unfortunately. I would have loved to have been, you know, in the playoffs by this time. You know, I was expecting it actually. I think, you know, with all the seasons that we've had before and thinking, you know, like, we're not going to do that great, so I was probably getting a bit carried away. I think this season I was thinking, yeah, it was going to be the year, really. I think we were going to finally push for playoffs. And even though it's not been a terrible season, I think we've underperformed a bit, which is a shame. But I've also mellowed out to the results of the season in the end in the last few weeks as well, because we'll go again next year. We'll get a good sort out in the summer. We'll get some players back into their roles and everything. You know, new kit, new players, new signings, new numbers hopefully as well. You know, I thought for a long time that Jay needs to be our number 9 because, you know, with our big star, I think with him having as the number 28, and I know it's his number and everything, but I just think he would look brilliant as number 9 next season. And also, if I could just make a suggestion for this kit here, you know, if the Blues haven't decided on the kit for next season, which I'm sure you have, although judging by your pre-season booking, and I'm probably sure that maybe not, but you know, why not? It's scary the amount of things you can do with AI nowadays. Not all of that is AI. Some of that is actual Photoshop editing for me because I'm class. But yeah, I'd love the Carling Cup season sort of remake shirt next season. Just because I think it looks so Blues as well. I've been making this point for ages now. Blue shirt, white shorts, blue socks. Bit of blue in the shirt, look brilliant. I've liked this kit sort of on and off this year, but at the end of it, I think it's been a bit disappointing. Definitely the away kits as well. Quite like the red one though, but then again, it's not very Blues. If I could make the shirt next season, it would be that. I'll do that again. Yellow away kit, blue shorts, white socks. Because if you think intuitively, you can have those blue shorts to go on the home shirt away sometimes. So you can have blue, blue, blue. And then also with the white socks, you can also have blue, blue, white. You know, just thinking, always thinking, come see your dad. I'm not a dad. Come see your brother. Come see Tommy Kelsall. Which, speaking of it, no, I'm going on massive tangents here. Fucking hell. Said he meant to be a short video. Nothing short with me, honestly. But yeah, in terms of some of the ideas I got for next season, of course, I will be doing the vlog again next year. I'm going to try and make them more cinematic. I've definitely tried this season and definitely a bit last season as well. Because, I mean, I'm a massive fan of music. And if you've been watching the vlogs this season, then you know that I love putting music in there. And always the problem I had before was the fact that I would always get demonetized by using songs that I liked. But I found a website that I can actually license them now, so I pay a little bit of money. Not all the songs are on there, which is frustrating, but there's a lot of Smith songs on there, which is why you've been hearing them a lot in the vlog lately. But yeah, just like making them artistic and kind of how I want to make them. I look at a lot of vlogs and football content out there, and I'm definitely not having a dig at anybody, but it's just not what I want to do, really. I don't really want to be like in front of camera all the time as well, which is why I've been sort of like leaving the camera just to look at the ground and everything, and just like people around, particularly in the Portsmouth video as well. If you've watched that, then you know, like I just sort of film the day, really, and it helps obviously when like things are, you know, entertaining and everybody's, you know, sort of going back and forth with everyone, so that's good, you know. But then on some of those more boring games, that's like more difficult. I probably have to be in the camera a bit more. I'm also going to try and bring the time down next season. I've definitely realised that half an hour vlogs are a little bit too long. I get in the flow of editing sometimes, and I'm flicking through and I suddenly look at the time and I'm like, I'm at 20 minutes and we're only at half time. This is, I'm going to cut this one a bit short. So I'm going to get better at working out how to keep them short, but also a little bit longer form content, because I'm sick of seeing such short form content nowadays. I've got no problem with anybody that does it, but it's just not me again, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going to continue making the vlogs in the style that I want them to be. The reaction we'll be doing again next season. I'm going to buy some microphones for that, because every time I get in the car I realise that you can't actually hear us. There's a lot of audio editing and I'm shit at audio editing. It's just something about it, I can't work out what sounds good and what doesn't. So I'm looking at the audio waves on my microphone here and I'm like, is that too high? Is that going to be good enough? I have no idea. I'm going to have to edit that in the post. So yeah, I'll buy some microphones for that. In terms of some new ideas I've got, I'm going to do some transfer videos over the summer with my mate James. He was part of Blues Focus before. He's now doing his own things with Blues Clues. If you haven't read his Substack, it is very, very good. I would recommend it highly. You can check it out in the description. Yes, we're probably just going to go and look at some players and do like some transfer rumour videos, looking at some players that would be good fits, some players that could be leaving and that sort of thing. So I did them with Blues Focus last season, but they were just sort of me giving my sort of fans opinion, but James knows a lot more about like the stats and the more of the analytical side of it, which I think would be good, rather than me trying to come on and sort of pretend as if I know what I'm talking about. I was going to do that one with Vicente this season, because I was looking at that kid who's that Oxford fan, I can't remember his name, that's going to annoy me there, but I was looking at that video thinking, this is great, you know, it's so analytical, so interesting, but I thought if I did that, then that's no one's going to believe that, because I don't know a fucking thing about tactics or anything like that. I might also be making my own podcast, I don't know, I can't really work it out at the moment. And also the fact you can't move for Blues podcasts at the moment. One thing I am going to do though is I'm going to do a big end of season podcast with all of the Blues creators, so Jay and Blue Tube, Royal Blue Podcast, everybody like that, Sam and Jamie. So that'll be good, you know, I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, just anything else really. Like I know a lot of people who message me privately saying like, you should do this, you should do that. So if there's any ideas that you have that you want me to do over the summer, then just let me know, you know, and it's for the future as well. I mean, you might hit on something brilliantly and then I can take all the credit for. Oh, and also World Cup watch-alongs. I think I'm going to do a few of those. We might go into town for a few of the games as well. Definitely the England games, that's for sure. Yeah, and just sort of having a good time really. I'm looking forward to the World Cup. It's going to be brilliant in the US of A. But yeah, I owe a lot of people a lot of thank yous, which is, God, I've been recording for a long time already, so I'm going to have to speed this up again. But yeah, I owe so many people so many thank yous this year, because it's been quite a tricky season in terms of me personally from making videos. Yeah, I owe a lot of people my gratitude. First person, of course, being my dad, who drives us there every single game, or most games, as we've been going on the train a little bit lately. But honestly, the fact that he still drives us there home and away, driving us down that terrible M6 every single week, it makes it worthwhile though, watching him getting mad at all the other terrible drivers on there. Look at this cunt here coming down 90 miles an hour, what the fuck's he doing? Standard of driving on this road, fucking hell. Look at this clown here pulling out on here. Oh, it's absolutely joke. Oh, I've not vaped for a long time. Fucking hell. But honestly, Dad, it does not go unnoticed. It's really appreciative, particularly in the reaction as well when we're sat in the car. I think that's like a really iconic look as well now. And there's a lot of people who've been taking that sort of look now, doing their match reactions. I know that the, is it the Free Blue Boys podcast? It's in there somewhere, right? I definitely know what I'm talking about. But they've done their own match reactions lately in the car as well, which is really good as well, actually. I recommend going and watching them guys. They're just stealing all my ideas. But then again, I stole that idea off of the Tilton 2 as well. So it's fine, you know. My dad brings some fantastic knowledge to it as well, you know. He's a former coach himself, you know. He used to manage a couple of really good women's teams back in the day as well. Back in the day. That was fucking 50 years ago. But honestly, like, the fact that he does do it every single week is still massively important to me in making the vlogs, you know, because I can just sit in the back whilst Dad and Jack just ramble on about bollocks in the front of the car. Well, not bollocks in particular, but, you know, I can just sit in the back and edit, you know, and just, like, not have to worry about getting back at home. Because, like, if I had to drive us back, or if, you know, everybody had to go off on the train or whatever, you know, the fact that I can sit in the back, edit, and have the videos out very quickly has been crucial to getting this a success, you know. And like I said, you know, your contribution in the videos every single time is always fantastic. That's why I come to you to kick things off. You know, I know your judgment's always right. I know people always agree with you. But yeah, thank you, Dad. You're the best. Right, who's next? Jack Kelso. What the fucking do this one? Thank you for being the comic relief of the vlog all these years. I honestly, you're just incredibly witty, incredibly charming man. And the Lord knows you get on my fucking tits sometimes. But I wouldn't trade you for any sum of money. You're a fucking funny man and fiercely intelligent as well. You know your stuff. You're not afraid to say how it is. You know, and even though I joke and say that, you know, I have a laugh at you for being unemployed, you lazy bastard, get a job. One day I know that you're going to be an expert in the things that you do. And you deserve that as well, because you're fucking brilliant. So yeah, thanks for being there. And thanks for all of your score predictions over the years. It's been fantastic to see that people really enjoy that as well. Good luck growing that beard. 8-6. My mum as well, who's made her most appearances this season in the videos, bringing along her razzmatazz. I can't remember exactly what match reaction that is, but I just remember once she said it, it was like, that's going to become her thing now, that is. I've been really pleased at how people have welcomed her in as well, you know, and she's gotten her own fans now. Like, we were walking past the other day to the game, and there was this woman with her daughter, and we were walking past, and she went, oh, hello, Mum. Got her own fans now, which is, like, fantastic to see. So yeah, thank you, Mum. I love you very much. Thanks for boosting the female demographic on this channel, because the Lord knows that I don't have many. I'm going to miss a few people. I know I am. I'm going to get to the end of this video and be like, fuck, I forgot them. So I really do apologise if I miss you off this list. I've made as many as I can. But the one I really do need to thank in terms of like this sort of industry, I suppose I would say, you know, I've involved myself in, is Sam Sheppey. He in fact inspired me to make this video. You know, he made this sort of similar video before the Portsmouth game. I did think about putting this out before the Portsmouth game, but then I looked down, seeing that it was like 8 o'clock. I'd done a lot of work that day. I was quite tired. Then I saw my bed and then I thought, so yeah, that's why I'm doing it today. But yeah, I've known this guy for about 3 years now, I say, and I've seen him blossom in from, I want to say, like quite a shy and reserved guy into this brilliantly confident, well-spoken man. And I know that there are people who watch my videos who work in the football industry, and I'll say this to you, you need to hire this guy. He's absolutely fantastic at what he does. He's a jack of all trades, you know, he can write, he can present, he can host, he can be a great co-host, give opinion, play the devil's advocate, you know, all of it. You know, he's been on Talk Sport twice before, you know, he's been on like Prime Time with Jim White and Simon Jordan, held his own there both times, in fact, you know, effortlessly just held the conversation. He's a star, and you know, he deserves more than what he's got currently. And you know, anyone from the Blues, you know, the club, or from Talksport, BBC or Sky, give Sam a job. You will not regret it, honestly. He's such a talent. You know, he's so knowledgeable in the things that he does, and you can tell that it's what he wants to do. And there are so many useless twats I see on the telly nowadays as well, and I think, how the fuck does Sam not have a fucking proper job when fuckwits are on the telly talking bollocks? I'm gonna get annoyed. I'm just gonna have to shut up for a bit. But yeah, Sam, keep doing what you're doing. You'll make it one day. You're fucking brilliant at what you do. And if you also haven't subscribed to his channel, please do go and drop him a sub. Go and give him some support. He deserves it, man, honestly. You know, he's gonna be one of the best in the business one day. Well, he is already, but people just need to start giving him the opportunities. On to Mr. Jamie Lawlor. Thank you for all of your support for me over this last season and all the last season. Well, actually, all the time I've known you, really. We first met on Tinder. No, I'm joking. We first met on a podcast back in 2022, if I'm not wrong in saying. You know, and ever since as well, we've just been great friends, you know. Because this guy, honestly, like every single day, and I'm probably expecting it to be sometime soon, every time gives me a FaceTime ring. How are you, mate? Are you keeping well? How's the family? What an absolute geezer, honestly. And it's been an absolute pleasure helping you start Lawlor's Law this year, doing all the editing, helping you make the graphics and everything, and just watch you guys just take it over for yourselves, because it's just been fantastic. It's something I know that me and you have had conversations about for so many years as well. When we were working with Blues Focus, it was always an idea that we had. I'm going to put my patent pending out there and say that it was my idea to call it Lawlor's Law. But to see it finally get off the floor with, you know, Jordan and Max and Franklin as well, and Josh, who's been helping out a bit lately. And I've been so pleased just to see the progression going. And like, it was a couple of weeks ago, I can't remember exactly what video it was, but it was the one that first hit 1,000 views, and Jamie again ringing me up saying, mate, my video's on 1,000 views. I'm like, this is fantastic. I'm amazed by it. But yeah, you guys deserve it, and thank you so much for all the support this season. It doesn't go unnoticed, that's for sure. And then on to all right, mate, up the project, keep right on, fuck 'em all. Message for the Bluenoses. Jay, you big beautiful man, thank you. Honestly, you're as good a friend as anybody could ever have. You've got an absolute heart of gold, and in a world full of so many cunts, you are an absolute gem, honestly. To know that you've always got my back, honestly, makes me like so pleased, honestly, and I couldn't wish for a better friend in that way. So and you should know this as well, that honestly, I've always got your back as well. And I remember the first time that we first did a video together, it was just after we gotten relegated, and like, you were so happy that I decided to come on, and like, you sort of worshipping me almost. It's a bit of a weird way of putting it, but anyway. But I looked at your channel at that time and thought, this guy's got something, you know. And like, to see that small little community of blues fans that you made at that time grow into this bigger channel, you know, like, you've got over 4,000 subscribers now. And I think when I joined that call, I think you just about hit 1,000 or something like that. But honestly, like, you've been fantastic at what you've been doing, and those phone-ins that you do are just one of a kind, really. They're so good. You know, you found your niche and you're absolutely doing it perfectly. And yeah, sorry, I've been so busy lately. I will come on one very soon. And also Woody too, of course, Mr. Glow Creations. I pushed this business on my vlogs this season, so yeah, be sure to go and check out Glow Creations if you want to in the description. It's been a pleasure to get to know you guys over this past year. On to somebody that you guys haven't really seen before, but he's very much involved in the channel, Mr. Tony Fogarty, my sponsor, actually I can't remember how long he's been my sponsor for now. Long time sponsor, that's what I'm gonna put. RM Risk Management Bloke, as a lot of people would know him on Twitter. This guy, honestly, man, reached out to me in, I think it was 2024, during my time at Blues Focus. He reached out to me on LinkedIn, saying, I love your videos, I love your family. He told me that he wanted to get involved and help me fund the videos, sponsor the channel. And even when I left Blues Focus and went solo, the first message he sent me was like, can I still sponsor your channel? Can I get back involved? You know, I couldn't ask for a better sponsor in that way, and a better guy to be supportive of me and what I love to do. This guy has like bought us box seats at the Blues before. He's paid for us to go to the player awards at the end of the season. He's put money towards us going to pre-season. But what a guy, honestly, like, absolutely fantastic, and so proud to have that as a sponsor. And what an amazing feeling it is to know that somebody believes in you in that way. It's probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me, in fact, you know, to have somebody believe in what I love to do. It's like, it really gets that there. It's lovely. I find it so amazing. Also, a couple of shout outs to the other blues channels out there. I'm going to miss a few, so I apologise if I do. But Ben and Neil from BlueTube, absolutely lovely guys, absolutely fantastic to get to know you guys this season. We've been meeting up in the fan park. Really, really great guys. You should go and check them out if you haven't already. We had them on for the Leeds FA Cup draw when we were doing that. James as well, who I said earlier, Blues Clues, you can go and check out his Substack. It's absolutely fantastic. Again, like I said, we're going to be doing those transfer rumours, you know, woo. He's not a ghost from Scooby-Doo. I don't know why I fucking did that. John, Andrew and Chris from the BCFC Fanzine as well. It's been great getting to know you guys this year and helping you guys set up the channel as well. But yeah, keep smashing it out, lads. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, it is the Free Blues Boys podcast. Sorry, I thought I got that wrong earlier. But yeah, I've only really known these guys for a few months, but I'm sure we'll speak more in the future. But great to know you guys again. I really hope you keep on doing the stuff you're doing. Don't worry, you're not plagiarising my reaction video. Believe me, I stole it off somebody else. Kind of. I took the idea of sitting in a car. I took it off Tilton 2, who hopefully I hope you're doing well as well, actually. I know you guys have got your own clothing company now, so I've been looking, actually. It's very good. Cherry picked if you want to go and look at it. Alex as well. Amazing graphics designer. Honestly, you need to go check this guy out. Socials are called Official Tilton if you want to go and check him out. Hopefully, he might be doing a few things for me next season, because that's one thing I'm definitely not that great at, is thumbnail designs. Congrats on the baby, by the way. Kieran and Josh, legends. Look forward to going to your wedding, Josh. It's going to be great. Apologies if I drink a bit too much. Rich the Messiah. Geezer, we haven't met before actually in person, but we've definitely met a few times on Jay's streams before. Cam, I'm sorry I've still not responded to your messages. But yeah, Cam Bluenose on YouTube, young lad doing his own vlogs, fantastic lad, go and give him a sub. Zach Woods, honestly, I haven't spoken to you for so long, honestly. I hope you're doing well though, honestly lad, you're a fucking top lad. The Royal Blue podcast, or BCFC Royal Blue, as they're actually called on YouTube, they gave me a really nice shout out on their podcast the other day, as well as Jay and a few other guys. But yeah, thank you lads. It's been really nice getting to know you guys actually this season. We've just sort of like met here and there. I think we've met at Blackburn and Hull, and that's right as me saying that. But yeah, just speaking about things. It'd be great to do a podcast together soon. Should say that with anybody actually. Like if ever you want me to come on and ramble on your podcast for a bit, I mean, I've been recording for half an hour at the moment, so fuck knows what the end of the videos could be like. Also, a couple of shout-outs from people at the club as well, who I know that we sort of speak on and off a little bit, but Nick Smith being one of them. We met after the Norwich game, the game after the stadium unveiling as well. He came up to us, said I really loved the vlogs and the reactions and everything, so that was nice. That was really cool, that was. But yeah, hope you're doing well, Nick. Michael Wiseman as well. What a lovely guy. I think he first came up to me during the Blues Barnsley game, or one of the Rotherham, that was it. Got my brains in a low gear today. But yeah, it was Blues Rotherham in the 23 season, the one that Reda Kadra scores. We were in the box seats for that game, and then Michael Wiseman, after Reda Kadra scores, he comes over and says, you're Tommy, you do the videos here. I love watching them and everything. Still watches the videos. So yeah, Mike, if you're watching, you the man, because he's Michael Wiseman. And also Del Moon as well, you know, I've not spoken to him on camera before, but we do speak occasionally off camera as well. Brilliant guy, he invited us to the stadium in Bailing actually as well, so forever grateful for that, really grateful for that. He still watches my videos as well, which God knows how when watching some of the things that Jack says on those videos. When I said to Dale that I'd be inviting Jack, he said, the eternal pessimist, as he called him. And it's such an accurate description of him as well. And Jack hates it too as well, so I keep calling him it. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone on this list. There's a lot of people to thank. Honestly, if I have missed you off the list, then you can fire me an angry text later saying, what the fuck, why am I on that list? You know the things that I did to you? Fucking ungrateful cunt. But anyway, the last thank you, of course, goes to you, the loyal viewers of my vlog. Honestly, like, it blows me away every single time thinking about how many people watch these videos every single week. But yeah, honestly, it blows me away like every single time I look at it. You know, I've got such a strong audience as well. People who just religiously come back and watch these videos. It just makes me really proud to think of like the small little community of people I've made here, and it warms my heart as well. You know, it's fantastic to see every time I see people coming back and, you know, like leaving lovely responses and everything. And I apologize to the people who don't like me swearing in every video and just getting carried away with like being frustrated and everything, but I can't do anything. I can't help that, really. It's just how I am. If you want to know what I'm like in normal life, it's just sort of like this, really. Just sort of like just talking like this and not looking very interested. And then when I'm on camera, I'm like this, hey, what? And then when I'm in the stadium as well, I'm just absolutely desperate to win every single game. So that's why I'm very angry most of the time. I'm not a very angry person in real life. I'm just like this, really. But yeah, I mean, like, of course, this was the season that I actually left Blues Focus after being with them for what, 8 years, I think it was? Something like that. And it has 100% been the right thing to do. You know, it was something that we've been planning for a while. It just came about quite chaotically. But if you want to really know why I left, it was basically just because I didn't enjoy doing it anymore. And like, I've got a full-time job now, and basically doing that as well, along with that, was like having 2 full-time jobs, really. And yeah, it became a bit unbearable in the end. But anyway, yeah, I was just worried for a long time that if I left, then I'd lose all my audience and things like that, you know. But I've still kept that loyal and fabulous audience that I have. And so many of you just come up to me at the games, and some of you online as well, who say how much you love the videos, the music, you know, the style of it and everything. You love my family, like my dad, my mum, and how much you love Jack and his crazy score predictions and telling him to stop doing his hair all the time. Actually, somebody in the reaction after the Portsmouth game actually did come up and say that. It's brilliant. But yeah, honestly, the fact that Jack gets so much love as well, though, just that is so heartwarming to me, that is. I love that. And yeah, I mean, like, just to have you guys come up to me and sort of just chat for a bit, it's hard to describe, really. I mean, like, yeah, it's hard to describe without you being me. But, you know, I love it. It's fantastic. It's as if, like, I've made friends without having to try, and for you to like us as well with like no effort really, of us just being us. Like, that's amazing, that is. But yeah, since I've gone solo, I've been able to do things my way and much less restricted as well. You know, I've lost zero credibility. In fact, I've actually gained credibility. You know, there's so many people online, and people have come up to me in person as well, and they've said, you know, I never used to like Blues Focus, but I always liked you, and people have gained respect for me since then. You know, a couple of people on Twitter as well, like Lee Hinton, Brummy Joe as well. You know, they were always saying like, you know, I didn't like Blues Focus, but you were the best thing on there. And I'm incredibly proud of everybody that was with Blues Focus who are still doing their own thing. You know, like I was saying about Sam and Jamie and James. Sam, Jamie and James, it sounds like somebody's name, that does. You know, it just goes to show that we were the driving force behind the channel. But yeah, I know it's something that loads of people love to ask me questions about. You know, people love to see the drama and everything. I might go into it all one day if I feel like it, but you know, life's too short to be worrying about what's been and gone. I was incredibly grateful for what Blues Focus gave me, and the fact that I was able to build this massive following for them. You know, I was incredibly proud to have my name attached to, and to have won an award was perhaps one of the best moments of my life, you know. But you know, that's been and gone now. You know, that chapter has been written. It's been closed, it's on the bookshelf now. You know, and maybe in a few years' time I might look back on it with fond memories as well. But yeah, as for the future, you know, I'm going to continue vlogging, I'm going to continue doing the match reactions. You know, like I said, transfer videos, you know, World Cup videos. You know, obviously with being in my channel, not Blues Focus, you know, I can do whatever I want now with it. We might be doing some football stuff as well, like some football challenges and that sort of thing. You know, just like doing a bit of fun stuff, you know what I mean? And as well, like I said, pre-season, which is going to be bigger and better than ever before. And again, like if you want to see videos that, you know, you want me to do, then just let me know in the comments down below, or give me a message on Twitter or anything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say. This video's gone on for a fucking long time, I know that for sure. I don't know how long this video is going to be by the end of it, but I can tell you right now, when I'm sitting doing this outro, I've been recording for 46 minutes. Almost as long as one of my vlogs. I thought this was going to be a 5-minute video. Turns out how fucking wrong I was about that. Oh, actually, yeah, I forgot, yeah. I said at the start of the season that if Blues got promoted, then I'd shave my head. Should I do it again next season? Yeah, why not? I'm going to say right now, I've got it on camera as well so I can even do this. If Blues get promoted again next season, then all of this, woof, all going off. Thank you all for watching. Have a great summer. Get out there, enjoy the sun. We'll be back bigger, better than ever. And hopefully the Blues will be bigger and better than ever. Thank you for watching. And keep right on.